but they don't know that we only came over because we needed food. Like,
Yep.
I just knew if I would have told my mom, she would have kicked.
It's okay.
The days that I'm doing everything, he's not doing anything.
Right. We're looking into purchasing another crib for the Kelly family so we can show you guys some more great content.
And then I ended up getting pregnant. I couldn't tell my mom because she's Mexican. How much were you making from cutting grass?
I was making $10, $20. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another week of Mom Said, Dad Said. We got your host here, Gabrielle Kelly, and your boy, Jay Kelly. Welcome to another Tuesday. Guys, how are you guys feeling this morning? We're doing great. Okay, good job, guys. I'm glad you guys are doing great this wonderful morning. Yeah, whenever you guys are watching it, right? So what's been cracking this past week? What's going on? Like you've been down on the mellow side, you know? Been down bad, huh?
Yeah, I've honestly, you just have those days where you just want to like relax and sit back and like shut off the world. And I have some of those days where I just want to shut off everything. And I think it's just because like your social battery and your kids drain the energy out of you, and some days you just don't want to do anything. And sometimes it's crazy because like the days that I don't want to do anything, my husband's over here doing everything. The days that I'm doing everything, he's not doing anything.
Right? Hold on now, don't be playing me because we be doing everything together.
I know, but like when you're on like clean mode, I'm like
I know, right? It's like different modes.
When I'm on clean mode,
when I go on, it's weird. Like, and tell me, anybody comment below if you guys experience this too. When the husband when he's working and he's cleaning the house, the wife wants to sit down and relax, and then when it's the opposite way, it's the same.
It's crazy though, because probably a lot of people won't relate because I see a lot of comments saying that like my husband don't clean, my husband don't. I'm like, dang. I'm like, no, it should be both equal.
Come on, fellas, 2024, we got to start cleaning. Yeah, let's start cleaning, guys. And they start. No,
I was like, oh, you give me a fist pump.
I'll give you a fist pump. And the girls start cleaning the trucks and the cars and everything.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
you would hate my cleaning with the truck. Because
I don't know. You clean pretty good in the house. You might clean good.
You get mad with the smears on a window.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you gotta learn how to like really clean a window.
I know how to clean a window.
No, but you gotta like really know how to clean a window on a car, because if you have streaks when the sun is shining on it, you can see it, and it's like, well, he can't wipe his windows type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, you're in charge of the cars and stuff.
I know. Hey, I'll take on that job any day. I don't like doing the inside stuff. I'll straighten up here and there. I'll clean this and that. But man, I do the outside work. I'll keep the yard good. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm definitely this year I'm cutting grass.
You are?
Yeah, last year, guys, I had my dad cutting the grass. Just because when we first moved in here, I had my foot surgery, so I couldn't really cut grass. So I kind of got used to dad cutting the grass. So I was like,
so you're gonna go get a ride on?
If you want to keep cutting, keep cutting. You feel me?
You should, so you can like wear it out until we move. Because you guys, a lot of
I am gonna get one because I want one for myself.
Yeah, like I'm just saying, like to wear it out, like to feel it, give it the feel before you start using it for our new house. I know, because the next house, guys. Stay tuned. We are gonna be house shopping soon, and we're so excited. But
that's a little bit of updates of this week. What's going on in our lives? We're looking into purchasing another crib for the Kelly family so we can show you guys some more great content.
Also, we want some land. That's been one of our dreams to have. One of our kids have a dream backyard.
And you know what's crazy, guys, is that once we get the land that we want, because that's what we're working hard right now to get, guys. I'm telling you, I have so many ideas for you guys. So just stay tuned.
Because we're outdoorsy people. Like our kids love to be outdoors. We try to break that generational curse that people have right now with kids with technology. And I know you can't help it. Like, come on, our kids have tablets too. Our kids ask for phones, and we're just like so against getting phones at this age because they're only 7 and 6. But Of course, they have iPads, but we try to limit the screen time, and we want it to be to the point where like we have everything in the backyard for them, where they have the playground, they have a trampoline, they have it all where they could just run around and stuff, and then they'll be stuck on a tablet because we have like a little backyard, and we mainly spend our time in the front yard, mind you. Most of the time, me and my husband don't want to sit out there and watch the kids.
No, we don't want to sit. I mean, we'll sit out there and watch the kids, there, but it's like.
But we don't want to sit out there like every day. And I want it to be to where like, because where my kids just go in the backyard and like, you know what I mean? Have so much land and it's just our house. We don't have to worry about cars coming by, anything. So we are like, when we're not outside, obviously our kids are not.
Shoot. I'll probably be outside there with them playing anyway. So
well, it's because look, like
not for real.
I'm not a parent that's gonna let my kids play outside without our supervision, just because this world we live in now is not safe. I know some parents are, they let their kids out still, but by themselves. But I'm just like,
and we have no problem. We have no problem with that. That's how y'all do it. We just do things a little bit different where we like to keep eyes on them. I mean. Don't get me wrong. We let them go, like, have their fun and stuff. We're not like, hey, you.
Yeah. Like, if they want to go, like, a little further down the road. Yeah. But as long as we can see them, we're good.
We're cool.
Yeah, we're ready for the summer, and hopefully we can get a house by the summer.
Hey, we got any 2024 trips coming up? What's up?
Ooh, cabins. I'm so excited for that.
Guys, Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Cabin trip next month. I cannot wait.
And this ain't even no little cabin.
No, this isn't a regular.
This is a massive cabin. I'm talking about.
This is the biggest one we've ever been in. Like,
it's huge. It's gonna be like a full weekend of all your favorite TikTokers creating content, having fun. Like, I'm telling you, it's just gonna be a trip to remember, and we're so freaking excited to see everybody.
It's gonna be vibes. Definitely some vibes. Definitely gonna have some fun.
Yeah, well, what's today's topic that we're gonna be?
So what do we have on the topic agenda
I think today's topic is gonna be a little touchy. I know you guys are always used to us laughing and like, cracking up jokes, and you guys cracking up jokes, but a lot of people do really ask of like what we went through. And when we tell this story, you guys are kind of gonna understand why we are the way we are today, and why this whole social media has shaped us of who we are. Like, I feel like a lot of people are like, man, how you guys are so humble and genuine when it comes to social media, because we don't let this get to our head. We don't let this phase us.
We also see the people that are like, when they down us, we're just like sitting here kind of like...
Because a lot of people think that we got this, life handed to us, and we definitely didn't. We worked our butts off to get here, and I know you probably hear it from a lot of people because we relate to a lot of creators where they started from the bottom to even get here, and I think that's why I could relate and connect to a lot of influencers out here, is because they've gone through it too.
And it's crazy because everybody's background is different, everybody's upbringing is different.
Like
relate to the come up that we're at right now.
Because we're still grinding. Like,
we're still getting
thankful and grateful to be here, but we still strive and grind for our goals because we forever want it's for our kids. We forever want our kids to be okay when as they're older, and just be set for life when they're on their own.
And like if you guys were with us on a couple episodes before, when I was saying we're really focused on our generational wealth, we are on that road. Like, that's what we're on right now. That's the level. That's the mindset that me and Gabbie are on.
Reasons why we want acres, because we talk about like
building our kids' compound here.
Exactly. As much as I want to just like pack up and like leave Tennessee, sometimes I think about like family and stuff, and it's hard when you have family and that's like so involved with your kids that you just don't want to up and
she's
leave.
So family orientated. Like, guys, I'm telling you right now, if like it's literally me, of course the kids
Jay
it's literally me telling Gabbie, let's leave, but it's her holding us back.
If it was just his choice, we'd be gone.
Oh yeah, if it was my choice, we'd be out of here.
But
out of Clarksville.
It's the help that we get with our kids. And like I said, I have trust issues when it comes to people with my kids. And I know people have nannies, and shout out to you guys, man. I want to have that courage to be able to get a nanny too if I were to like move out of Tennessee. But like I said, it's so hard to trust people with your kids, and it's a scary world, and I don't think I'm ready for that. But I know the kids will be older, and I'll be able to trust them to be with Nova. Nova is about to be 8 this year.
Hey, we're going to have an 8 and a 7-year-old. Yo, I'll try to tell Gabbie, hey, as soon as they hit 10, 11, maybe 11, 12.
Hey, when I was 11, 12, I was staying with my kids.
Thugging it
I was
out.
staying with Tatiana.
Exactly.
I
was staying
newborn.
at home.
I had no business being 12, babysitting a dang newborn.
Honestly, I really think that right there prepared you for motherhood itself.
I did tell Tatiana when you are older, because she's about to be 12, she can start kicking in and helping with the kids if she just, gets a
I don't know.
mature.
She's crazy though.
I know she's a little crazy, but she'll eventually do it, especially if it's like allowance and stuff for her to kind of build. If she wants to start saving money for school and stuff, or whatever she wants to do with her future, like I'll start making her a nanny.
No, for real. No, for
my
real.
My parents are gonna end up getting older, and
she should. And I give her like a couple more years. She'll be there. She'll be where she could stay with the kids, and we can
I'd rather have somebody. I think that's the number one thing. I would love to go on a date or go somewhere and then just have someone just stay at the house while the kids are sleeping.
Yeah, that'd
because
be the
it's so much easier
ideal.
to have everything here. I hate packing up bags. Mind you, shout out to my parents for helping with my kids, but I hate packing up their stuff. I just hate packing up all that.
I hate it.
I just don't like it so much, because it's like you got to pack a whole different diapers.
Literally everything is here.
Yes, already.
So like it's all mapped out,
especially for the last minute trips. Like you don't want to just like you end up forgetting something. Remember, I forgot Nova's diapers.
Exactly.
I had to like get diapers delivered to my mom's house because I forgot them, and I don't want her to leave the house with all them kids. But other than that,
everybody forgets here and there. Okay, don't act like you didn't forget nothing. What did you forget today? Yeah, I'm looking at you. But yeah, man, that's.
So what we're really gonna get into is when we first met, everything was perfect. It was like we were in like that that cupcake stage. Man, Nova is a terrorizer.
She's just always
so sorry if you're listening to this and you got toddlers, you know exactly what we go through.
She's just
this
loud.
girl skips naps. She's like jumping off the walls. I'm telling you, Nevaeh and Jeremiah were never like this. Like we have a different breed. have the different breed, and I think it's the breed that everyone talks about, and we're just like, what is everyone talking about?
We were like, everybody was talking about terrible twos, and we were like
what are you talking about?
We've had them, they get it here and there,
yeah.
But Nevaeh and Jeremiah,
they were like amazing compared to Nova. Nova is here to humble us.
What?
But anywho, when me and Jay got together, everything was amazing. Like we got our first apartment.
Ooh, first apartment.
We got our first apartment because we didn't want to tell my mom that I was pregnant.
Let's talk about how before. So when we were together, I was living in Smyrna. Gabbie was living in.
I was living in Fort Campbell on post because my dad was still in the military.
Right. So she was in college and I was working full time. Trying to really figure out what I wanted to do in life. And so we started dating and stuff like that. So I didn't mean to cut you off, but I wanted to start from right there.
Oh, you want to start from right there?
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, we started dating. We started dating in November, and we met at the beginning of November. Started dating by Thanksgiving, and it was crazy because it was quick. But
quick
it's
as
because
hell,
we kind of both like clicked. When the first day we met, we were with each other every single day. Like I kid you not. Like I was with this man every single day. And then my parents loved him. Mind you, my dad was very, very hard on everybody that I dated.
He put me to a test. What was that test he asked?
I forgot what about drinking.
Yeah, I was sitting there on the couch, I remember, and I was sitting next to Gabbie, and he was like, hey, Jay, you want to drink? And I was like, in my head, I was like, hell yeah. But what came out my mouth was, no, it's okay, sir, I'm driving.
Yeah, you see, so my dad does these things, and he did it to a lot of guys. Not a lot of guys. He did it to my past boyfriends, and they failed.
Hold on. Did you have to correct? Not a lot of guys. Yeah, on your ass. A lot of guys. Look at that.
No, because it was only like.
It's all right.
It was only 2 boyfriends that he had to meet.
No.
2 boyfriends he met before him, and so that's good. But anywho, they failed, and Jay was like, I don't know what it was. Like my parents loved him. Even my mom. Like my mom used to talk so much crap like about other dudes I was with, and they never said anything when I was with him. Like even when I would go to his house, I still lived at my mom's house, so I still had to follow her rules. I couldn't just like go with Jay whenever I wanted. Facts. I still had to ask. If you live in a Hispanic household, you cannot. You gotta still ask.
I mean, especially, driving out to an hour and 20 minutes.
I drove an hour and 20 minutes all the time to go see him. He asked he would come see me, but because he had his own place and more privacy, we would go to his house a lot. But other than that, we dated, and then I ended up getting pregnant. I couldn't tell my mom because she's Mexican.
3 months in. 3 months in, guys.
3 months in, I ended up getting pregnant. We had to find a way to tell my mom, but I had to get out the house before that happens. I felt like if I would have told my mom that I was pregnant while I was still living in the house, it just was going to be more scarier. And I was scared because I just was still in college. You know what I mean? I was still starting my life.
We were at her stage. She was still like,
I was 18.
Getting back in.
No, I turned 19 in December.
Yeah, she was still in that.
But I was 19.
High school
I was still
stage,
going to school.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I was still like having to ask my mom to go out. So of course, like telling my mom and dad I was pregnant was the last thing I ever wanted to do. So we and Jay ended up getting an apartment together, ended up moving out. My mom was all for it or whatever. They knew Jay had his head on his shoulders. And they trusted it.
Because I had the job I had as well in Nashville.
Yeah.
Was paying good, of course. So they thought. All that money, like remember how other times when
that you would go shopping,
I'd get a bonus.
crazy.
Like I would tell her I got a bonus from work. Those weren't bonuses.
He made good money, but he made me think as if he was making so much money. Mind you, I did not care about the money. He thought because of the way he was raised, like money and like material things was gonna like keep me, but that was not the case. I didn't care about all that. But he would come and he would be like, oh, I got a 7,000 bonus. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's cool. Mind you, I don't care. But I'm like that. Like I was proud of him. But we bought all these things for our new apartment and all that. Mind you, he did not tell me that this was not just a bonus. This was a loans he was taking out.
Yeah, this was...
Even though I was younger than him, I'm still educated about loans and all that. Because you don't ever take out a loan if you can't afford it. There was a lot of things he didn't tell me about. And I think it's just because he didn't want me to worry. And he didn't also want me to be stressed because I was pregnant. Like I said, I got pregnant really, really quick. Not your normal relationship where you just like get with somebody, you're with them for a few years, and then you guys decide to have a baby. No, we had a baby with 3 months of knowing each other, and that was already scary because the first year we were together was like the toughest year of our lives. I didn't even think we were gonna make it. Like I didn't even think we were gonna be where we're at right now. I didn't even think we're gonna get married or anything, just because how tough the first year of living together, barely knowing each other, and being pregnant. It went downhill because he lost his job. So we couldn't afford pay our rent. We couldn't afford to pay electricity. We couldn't afford to pay really anything because my job was only like $300 to $400 a check. And it sucked because like we were struggling on even to eat. Mind you, I didn't even like say it to my parents or anything because I didn't want them to look at him differently as if he wasn't going to take care of me. And he's not a good father figure or anything, just because I know the moment I would have told them, like I felt like they were going to like see him differently. And I didn't want them to see him differently like that because that's not who he was and that's not who I seen. I knew we were going to get out of it. We're on a bump on the road and we're going to get out of it. When he lost his job, he was out of a job for 3 months.
3 months.
3 months.
It was bad too, boy. Bad 3 months. The only job I really had during those 3 months was when I was cutting grass with my dad. But that was just here and there money.
How much were you making from cutting grass?
I was making $10, $20.
But at the time, it was like
at that time, with the way of living
inflation wasn't like that.
It wasn't as bad as it was now, as it is.
But
now.
It was money to get us food.
Yeah, we were able to get something with it. It wasn't as much. We were staying afloat, but still struggling on the deep end. You know what I mean?
We both did not want to ask anyone for money either because they're gonna expect it back, and we couldn't afford to give it back. And what do you think? We that's when we started getting loans. We started getting loans because we needed money. So we're putting ourselves more in debt. Mind you, I didn't even know about all the other loans that he already had. I thought this was just something that we just started.
I think I had convinced you to get a
A car loan.
A car loan for because yours was paid off.
Yeah,
You had
my
the title.
car. So we're struggling. When we're still in that house that apartment that we couldn't afford. I was very much pregnant. Like I was quite like mid pregnancy. I remember when our lights cut off, and I was crying so much because like I knew that I could just up and leave and go to my mom's house, but I chose to stay there with Jay. I would doubt sometimes, and I'm not gonna lie, I had doubts. I used to be like, I don't know if I could do this for me and my daughter. So
I had broke down, and we were sitting on the side of the bed, and I couldn't believe where I had put us in this position. So I'm in tears. I'm telling Gabbie, hey, stick with me. I promise you, I will get out of this. I told her to stick with me. I promise we'll get out of this. But yeah, she was telling you about how the electricity went out, so it's hot.
It's really hot. And we were really hungry too, cause like I said, I would go to my parents' house. Like I would be like, "Oh, you're cooking today," and if they were cooking, we would come over.
Oh yeah,
but they don't know that we only came over because we needed food. Like I just knew if I would have told my mom, she would have kicked.
It's okay.
She would have she would have talked so much shit about my Jay, because
and knowing the woman that she is today,
I'm a Hispanic mom. Like she's gonna be like what, like why are you choosing to live like that when you can come home,
Yeah.
But sorry.
It's a touchy subject, guys.
So yeah, we were like scrounging around for money, and
we were looking for pennies, quarters, anything that we could find, because this one day I couldn't sell nothing. I was selling all my shit.
Everything.
I was out there just trying to get whatever
and
I could.
My checks were going to like whatever, like of our bills.
Trying to get them, just like push them back a little bit, but it was just all just coming all off.
Everything was just at once.
Everything. It just hitting us. Lights went out. I found we were able to scrounge around for some coins. We go to Arby's. I don't have enough for myself. I have to get Gabbie because
we had to share a sandwich. Mind you, he didn't want me to share. He wanted me to eat it because I was pregnant. But I shared, obviously, because I'm not going to just eat and he don't eat. Yeah. And I know it's crazy because, like, people are probably going to be like, you could have just, like, up and, left and stuff. But I just knew, like, we both were going to figure it out together. And, like, we were so young. We weren't educated about unemployment. We weren't educated about, like, the food drives and stuff. Mm-hmm. I think we just...
Yeah, the unemployment, I could have filed for that.
We were so young and, like, clueless with life. And when we finally got evicted, like, we ended up leaving, but we were able to find another townhouse, and he was able to finally find a job.
I finally found a job first, and then we were able to move. Yeah. The people there, they were telling us, hey, we would love to keep you guys here, as long as you guys pay the money.
Understanding.
But we told them, I was like, look, we can't pay $800. It's too much. So we were like, we were just gonna take this eviction. So we took the eviction. We found that lower.
We found a townhouse for like $650.
2-bedroom.
He ended up finding a job. Yep. And when he found the job, keep in
mind, I was still applying, taking the ASFAB and failing.
Oh yeah, he was failing every time.
I was failing the ASFAB.
Life was hitting us hard.
When I tell you guys, things were hitting us like we forgot to mention that I failed because we were thinking about the future.
We were thinking about
I kept failing the ASFAB. We didn't know what the hell was going on. Oh, Jay, you're a dumbass type shit like that. You can't pass the ASFAB, like, you know what I mean? I look back at it now and I'm like, damn, I really couldn't pass a fucking ASFAB.
I honestly think it wasn't because he didn't know anything.
It wasn't.
It was his nerves because it was his life depended on that test. Like,
I had so much writing. He didn't pass this test,
he wouldn't. We wouldn't have a career. Like, he wouldn't have a career, Yeah. But mind you guys, I'm still working at Chipotle. I'm even trying to take like doubles.
Oh yeah,
because even though I was in pain, I was throwing up. I still tried to work my butt off. At that job because it was a good job at the time. Like they were very understanding. I worked there for like a good minute, like since I was like started college. So I had like a good relationship with them, but it ended up getting to the point where they were taking advantage. So I ended up having to leave, but it was, when we were able to afford it, then I was going to leave because I was just not valued at that job. Even though he got a job, he started working at this mental institution with kids. Yep. And we were able to afford the $650 rent. But before we even moved in, we couldn't even afford. We were trying to gather the deposit.
Yeah.
So that's when I like put my pride aside and told my mom, like, hey, like we do need a little help with this deposit. I'll pay you back, do all this, because I never really asked my mom for anything. Mm-hmm. She gave me the cash. She's like, don't pay me back. So I was like, dang, like I know she would have helped me before, but I just didn't want I didn't want to put that on her. So she knew because we needed a bigger spot for Nevaeh, because like we had that 1-bedroom apartment. Like, come on, like we're not gonna be in a 1-bedroom with a baby, because I wanted her to have her own room. So we ended up moving in. Things started to fall together. We still were living check to check.
Oh yeah, everything we were paying for bills. Bills were
always paid, so we felt comfortable.
Right, but check to check.
But still check to check.
We couldn't do nothing.
Play money, maybe $30 to go to Ross.
Just
to get
I remember
stuff.
Those Ross and TJ Maxx trips.
We would make sure Nevaeh had it all though, because even though we struggled, like Nevaeh was always good, and it's because, like I said, my mom spoils my kids. She spoiled Nevaeh to the point where I didn't need to get anything. She always had clothes. She had a crib. My parents bought me that crib for her. I still have that crib for Nova. They had everything. And if we couldn't afford something for Nevaeh, we'd go to Once Upon a Child. Yep. We would go to, Walmart was like cheap at the time. Walmart's kind of like pricey nowadays, but we would go to like little thrift stores, all this, and
Goodwill, all that.
We made sure we found all those things, or we'd go to Marketplace and find like an exerciser for her.
Man, we was on Marketplace faithfully,
because that's all we could afford. But mind you, with clothes and stuff, we were always good, because if it wasn't for like the village I had to help raise my child, like not even my parents were the only ones that were raising them, like helping raise our kid with like clothes and all that. It was also my friends. They were so excited that I was having a baby that they would always bring clothes. Oh, yeah. I remember, like, even friends giving me their hand-me-downs of their baby clothes, and it helped so much with all the clothes.
The baby shower. Even when the baby shower came,
had months of diapers.
Loads. Because I think the very first baby shower with Nevaeh, we had a lot of people come up to it. Mm-hmm. A lot of people.
So, Jay still wanted to join the military.
Yeah, I still had those dreams.
It was taking like a good minute until Nevaeh was 1. He ended up finding a better job.
While I was at Cumberland Hall, I found a plumbing job. My buddy, and I'll always thank him. My buddy, he had his own truck, so all he needed was an assistant. And I was going from $9 to freaking 14. I went from 9 to 14. So that big jump for me, just being a part of him in his own truck, and he was walking me through the whole basics of plumbing, that started to really like, okay, cool. Now me and Gabbie were looking at a different apartment because we were having issues with
Keystone Realty here in Clarksville. Yeah. Don't recommend.
Yeah, highly don't.
I will still stand by that.
So we moved into another apartment. This apartment came through with us. It was nice. Like we loved it, man. It was perfect for us. A little bit more on the rent, but it was bigger and nicer.
It was like an open floor plan more.
I finally, my buddy actually ended up leaving, and I took over his truck. So now I have my own truck. I pretty much, I have to still work. I'm working for somebody. I'm just by myself, and I'm doing these plumbing jobs. But my pay went up to $15.50, I think, an hour. Yeah.
So things were starting to look up.
So everything money-wise was going up. We had more spending money. We're not going crazy. We're still
but we
saving.
Just had enough to like. Groceries were always filled because we it's crazy. We struggled and still couldn't even get approved for food stamps.
Yeah. And then one day I got a text message. Hey, are you still interested in joining the military? I called Gabbie and I said, Gabbie, the recruiter messaged me and asked me if I was still interested.
It's crazy because when he said, he was still interested.
Because I was just like, wait, I'm confused. I failed my ASVAB test. He messaged me, are you still interested? So guess what that means? There was a waiver for me to get in. So I was just like.
And we were so excited.
I'll take it, boss.
We were so freaking excited.
It was the most exciting thing.
But what hurt the most is they were like, you're gonna leave in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. I had 2 weeks.
They literally,
I left right before Valentine's.
He literally, and it's not even that, Jeremiah was still a baby.
He was a baby.
Just had Jeremiah in November. Yeah. So he was like 2 months old. No, yeah, he was 2 months old. He was a little baby, and I was like, as much as I was like hurt because he was gonna miss those months, we needed it. We needed this shift in life. Even though things were starting to look up, he had a good plumbing job. I was on Medicaid. Medicaid was still the best to this day. I will still shout out like the doctors, and Medicaid was so much better than TRICARE. But thank God for him joining. And then we ended up, of course, getting our duty station in Fort Hood. So when he came back from AIT, we had like a few weeks before we had to leave.
Let me just give a quick shout out to her real quick, because while I was gone, she freaking handled the whole house. And our bank account was bigger as far as savings, right? It was bigger than it's ever been, and I was just like, shit was
it's
shit.
Because like I think I valued. Like we both value still to this day, but I valued every dime we got, and I only spent money. I only used our money for like shit we need, like groceries, diapers. And mind you, I didn't even get a bunch of groceries because it was just me and Nevaeh, and Jeremiah. It was a baby, a newborn, so all he did was drink milk. It was just me and Nevaeh, and so groceries were cheap for just me and her, and not having him home because he eats a lot. So I saved so much. Even when I would go to stores, I had like a limit on myself, like as if I was broke again. Like I still have those limits, and it's crazy because I just never wanted to be in a position again that we were. So when we finally left to Texas, it was very different. Our lives started to change, of course.
Well, we were by ourselves.
Yeah.
So we
had no family, nothing.
No family. Well, I had my family, but they were like in San Antonio.
I had like my uncle there.
Yeah.
But he had all his family there, but they were 3 hours away, so we saw them every now and then.
Yeah.
But like we're in Fort Hood, we don't know anyone. I think I had while being there, we were so bored with life, because like we didn't have like family and stuff, so we were bored.
Nothing to do, guys.
But we end up finding things to do because we're in Texas. Like we're like in the heart of Texas. We have Austin, we have San Antonio, we have everywhere around us. So we started traveling.
Yeah, I think that's when we finally had bought a better car.
Yes.
Because we needed a car. Everything after joining the military came up for us, man. We
ended up getting to Fort Hood in 2018. We ended up starting our YouTube channel later in 2018.
2018.
Because we were with each other every weekend. It was just us. And there was one video that we recorded as a family, just joking around. It was Coco Melon. Or no, it was Baby Shark. It was a Baby Shark song that was like had a kick to it, like a little mixer. And we danced to it, and we posted it on Facebook, not thinking anything of it. And so we get like so many comments. I'm talking about people were sharing
YouTube channel.
They're like, y'all need to start a YouTube channel, like because we've always been silly. We always posted on like Snapchat. Snapchat was our way of sharing our life.
Yeah.
And so we started our YouTube channel, and then 2 years later comes by. We're still living our life in Texas. It was like the best time of our lives. We miss Texas so much.
Oh yeah, we went from not knowing what to do in Texas to now knowing
we had like a little, meeting friends, like good friends that turned into family till this day.
It was a blast.
And they helped with our kids too. Like if we needed someone to be with our kids, we had some friends to stay with them. We even had one of my old friends' mom that lived there. She would help me with the kids. Like she was like my own mom at the time. So it was like we were able to have our little date nights here and there. But once the pandemic hit, we started TikTok. I started posting all my makeup stuff because I did have my makeup career where
mainly makeup, yeah.
Even though I was staying at home with the kids because I didn't work after working at Chipotle.
I think it was right after I got the plumbing. Gabbie was done
because he told me I don't want you working anymore.
Actually, it was when we had Nevaeh. When we had Nevaeh,
he didn't want me to work.
She was done.
He did not want me to work because childcare was expensive, and he didn't believe in me working. He wanted me to stay home with the kids, cook, clean, all that. Mind you, even though he still helped, he wanted me to stay home because all the years that we, struggled and stuff. But I still am a hustler. I love to work.
Hey, so while I was out there grinding on them in the military, she was here building and starting the foundation of
social media,
the Kelly family.
I started doing my makeup, and I was really involved in the beauty community at the time. I still do my makeup here and there, but I'm not like fully engaged how I was back then. But I still try to continue that because it's still my passion. But I was doing makeup looks all the time. I'm talking about I would stay up till 2 and 3 in the morning doing it. I can't even imagine me staying till 3 in the morning right now because
Nova's a different breed.
Yeah, But maybe once Nova calms a little down, I can go hardcore again.
Yeah, guys,
that will come.
She's coming back with some heat.
So I was going hard with makeup. I worked for photographers out there in Fort Hood. I worked on the weekends when he was working. Or I would have people come to my house and I would do their makeup for military balls. I'm talking about it was popping. I was doing the door shoots. I was always grinding on the weekends and weekdays. I had my kids in the other room while I was doing makeup on clients, eating snacks, watching a movie while he was working.
And doing DoorDash. Like, we were going hard.
We were grinding.
Because we were like, you know what?
Still trying to do YouTube.
We ain't never going back to it.
We were doing YouTube, even though we had our little 100 views. We were still grateful for it. We had like 100 subscribers. Still grateful for it. Grinding. But when the pandemic hit, I still was doing makeup. Even though it was kind of like more like, oh my God, the germs bringing to our house because of the pandemic. It had to kind of slow down. But I was still doing makeup looks on myself. And I had to wear a mask, obviously, every time the clients came because of the pandemic. Yeah. I was posting my makeup looks and makeup videos on TikTok in 2019 of September when I started. I posted all my makeup videos on there. And I posted this one video of Jay because it was like a Snapchat video. And it was because I was driving and to pick him up from work. And he was on the phone and I kept driving. And he was trying to get in and I kept on driving and he was like, hey, like, because he does that to me when he tries to get me in the car. He kept driving. That first video at the time, I thought it was a lot. We had like 3,000 views.
Oh yeah, I remember. I was like, oh.
And wow. I was like, how this video get more freaking views than my makeup videos, at the time.
Yeah, that was funny.
And we're like, dang, like, what? So we didn't think anything of it, but we thought it was a lot of views at the time. We're like, 3,000 views? What? Like, we're like, whoa, that's crazy. And then we started posting more, like, content of our lives. I was still posting my makeup stuff. And there was one video that popped off. It was him running to the restroom. Because he needed to poop. Ended up being on MTV, which is crazy on ridiculousness.
Wild.
Ended up getting like 80,000 likes and hundreds of thousand views. And we're like, what the heck? So we kept on posting. We kept going viral.
And that's how.
And like we said the story before on the podcast, it's so crazy that we are posting content for fun every day.
For you guys to see and
here
enjoy.
We are now.
And guys, here we are.
After everything we've been through, we believed in like... We believed in this. Like, we didn't know we were going to be in life, but we knew that we were going to be something. We knew that we were going to forever be okay and never go through that again. But I'm so thankful that we did.
We went through all those bumps in the road for a reason, and those reasons prepared us for our success. And we know now, what we know now is that we will never, ever put ourselves in that position that we were in a long time ago, ever again.
It shaped us on who we are today. And I am thankful and grateful for those.
That's why we're always thankful, grateful for everything that comes. No hate towards us. You will never see any hate. And
when we, it's crazy is like when we talk about this with like close friends and family, they always are just like, why didn't you like call? But I'm glad I didn't call anybody. I'm glad I didn't ask for help. I'm glad I didn't get it handed to me. I'm glad because I would probably be stuck where I was for the rest of my life, not knowing the value of $1, not knowing how to manage money, not knowing how to be where I'm at right now, how to raise my kids. I probably would be like still struggling and not knowing where I'm at. Like, I'm glad those things happen because now we're just more like educated on life. Being an adult is hard. Like sometimes I'm like, dang, I wish I could go back and be a kid again.
Yeah, and here's a message to all those young ones listening. If you are a young one, hey, enjoy being young.
Enjoy being young. You have no kids. Enjoy it. You don't have to rush life.
Don't rush it. From like 12 to 16, 12 and up. Hey, enjoy your youth years, man.
And if you're in
Stop worrying about trying to grow up.
Exactly.
Because growing up comes with responsibility. And I tell these kids all the time, I was like, hey, you can get older every year, but you got responsibility as you get older. It ain't going to be you just turning a number. No, okay, you turn this number. Now, hey, I want you to, I expect some more things. Like, the things that we went over and talked about and I've taught them. I expect you to, like, every year, let's get better and better and better.
And if you're ever in a situation like where we were back then, and if you feel like you can't do it anymore, you feel like giving up, don't give up.
Don't.
You need to keep going. I promise it's going to get easier. I promise you're going to get out of it.
Yep. It's going to feel like you're taking 2 steps forward and then you're taking 1 step back and then you're going again and then it's going to happen. But as long as you know, hey, I'm going to keep going. Those bumps in the road is not going to stop me.
Yeah.
Just keep going. Do it for yourself. Don't do anything for nobody else. Do everything for yourself. And you can accomplish any dream that you want.
And just keep striving for those dreams. We still, even though like we're thankful to be here right now, we still have big dreams and goals for our lives, and we just want to forever be okay with our kids. I'm talking about like I want to travel the world, and that's one of our goals, is to travel the world. I want my kids to see the world. I want them to strive for their dreams. If they don't want to go to college and they want to be something else, I'm going to believe in them. We're trying to break generational curses over here. I know people's ideal is like college. You got to go to college. No, like they want to go to college and Jeremiah wants to do football. I am all for it because I know he's going to want to. Like he loves sports just like his dad. But if my kid does not want to go to college, I'm going to support them either way, because look at where I'm at now. I didn't have to go to college to do this life, but some jobs do require it, and shout out to everybody that goes to college and works their butts off, because man, I wish I would have took it more seriously. I do plan to go back, and
right, hey, we do plan on
we do plan to go back, but like I said, if you have any goals that don't require college, don't think that's the number one thing.
It's not that stereotypical road that you have to take anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Times changed. I really wish school would teach you how to be an entrepreneur.
Because I'm gonna be real with you, college just put me in debt. Like it's in debt. Like that's all
we paying college debt right now.
And we're not
right now. We're not even in school, and we ain't even using what we went to college for right now. So hey, y'all keep your heads up. I think that's it of Mom Said, Dad Said of today. I hope you guys enjoyed this week chatting with us. Hey, stay tuned for next week's Mom Said, Dad Said.
Bye, y'all. Love you.